We've got a game in Kalamazoo, Michigan, Waldo Stadium. Week 7 is underway in EA Sports College Football, and we are ready for a terrific game. It's the Rice Owls and the Western Michigan Broncos. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Hey, guys, I caught up with the Owls head coach. This is a crucial moment in their season. They've got to decide what type of team they are. They're finding ways to lose close games, and they've got to get their first win in conference play. Coach says it's crucial that they get off to a good start here today. He wants focus, communication, and more dominance and physicality at the line of scrimmage. I'll keep you posted.
Hands it off. Makes his man miss. Let's talk for just a minute about Rice. The biggest problem for schools at this level is getting enough big bodies, particularly on the offensive line, and getting a 3-star guy like this can really help them at this level, Jesse.
Yeah, and when you get guys like that on your offensive line, if you can get a couple dudes like that, all of a sudden now you can hang with bigger, better competition. Games are still won and lost in the trenches. I know this is just one piece, but getting this 3-star offensive lineman who was very highly recruited, that was a massive win for this head coach.
A run for the quarterback. Got enough for the first down. Gets down, and like they say, touchdown, first down, or get down, and he got 2 of those on that one.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
A 3-yard gain there. It'll be 3rd and 7. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on. On the move and looking deep. Oh, he dropped it. And what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
Coaches look at this stat every single football game. How do you execute on 3rd down? And a lot of times, man, it's about being in position and making plays, and that's exactly what he did. The right spot, breaking on the football, being physical, setting the tone in this football game.
The kick is on its way. Block those heels at the 10. Here comes the Broncos offense to start the drive. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
The run inside. It's Orr. Punches ahead. They'll give him a yard to the 13. 3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. They're in the gun. Here's Dylan Raiola. Under pressure. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Punt is on its way. Fields the punt. This guy is a daring punt return man. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The Owls offense comes out ready to go to work. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Trying to get the corner. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pitch. And most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking for the edge. He'll keep it again on the option. They bring him down. The option run to perfection, and it will move the chains. And the Owls have it with a 1st and 10. Right back to the well. They get him in the backfield, and he loses 3 on the play.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your hat.
He's loose. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a 1st down, I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimum gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Pulls it. Leaves it in his back. Closer and closer.
Well, I love the variety in the run game you're seeing from this offense. It's not just going to be conventional handoffs. Won't just be the quarterback, but he's making good decisions. Pitching at that time, that's the right read, and it's not a huge explosive home run type play, but it is enough to help them pick up the 1st down.
Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a 3rd down and goal.
Turning to the running game here on 3rd and goal. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way in.
And I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. It's money time. I've got to be more physical than you. And that's exactly what this offense just did. Put the ball on the ground and put it in the end zone.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more. Makes the catch, and he's free. Out to the 35-yard line, and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup. The play fake, Raiola. Unloads to the right. He's got it. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete. 2nd and long here. Quick give. It's Orr. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. 3rd and long coming up. They're in the gun. Here's Dylan Raiola. Oh, pressure's coming. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Hunt is on its way. And he tried to pin him deep with that zone. It'll come out to the 20. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with his 7-0 lead. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Warren. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And, man, another nice run. And you can just see the balance. You can see the toughness. This guy's really good at what he does, and they're going to continue to feature him. He's already got 1 touchdown on the day, and I imagine he'll continue to be a focal point for this offense, and he better be for this defense.
Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little gain because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Plows through the defense. Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way. At least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there. He didn't have it.
Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. He's looking to pass. Incomplete as the screen goes right through his hands, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, the defense is waking up now, right? The first drive, they allowed a touchdown. They were a bit scrambled. They kind of all got together, rallied on the sideline. They've been pretty lights out since. Forced a punt on the last possession. They've now got the offense set up in 4th down again. Great job there. Pass defense, 3rd down. This defense now...
Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Changing the routes with his receiver. They believe they can run right here. They throw it in reverse as that's the final play here in the first period. We've reached the end of the quarter, guys, and Rice has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. The Broncos now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Here's Raiola to throw. Finds the tight end. Pulled to the ground. Looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. There he goes. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Play action with Raiola. Rush right in his face. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. Though there are some notable exceptions, typically great pass rushers aren't nose tackles, but that was a great pass rush.
They're not nose tackles usually, those great pass rushers, but they are grown men. I mean, those are some adults in there. Those are the 300-plus pounders that will just destroy you in the run game. But nice job using his hands, using some power to shrink that pocket and get the sack.
Here's Raiola to throw. Fires to the right. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down. Quarterback empties his backfield. Raiola from the gun on 3rd down. Here comes the heat. And he can't grab the bullet pass on 3rd down. And the Broncos will bring the punt team onto the field. He can get this one up in the wind. It ought to carry for a while. And there will be no return. Get it out of bounds. The ball will come out to the 20. The Owl offense is out there to get this drive underway. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reed. Game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together here.
They'll need a bunch on second down. On the option. And maybe a wise move not to even try the pitch as he's knocked down in the backfield.
Well, one of the reasons this offense likes the option game with the quarterback is to use his speed, try to attack the perimeter of the field. The defense, though, not having any of it. You saw the contain on the play, forcing him back in the middle of the field, and they're able to corral him for a huge loss.
He's past the marker. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Really nice job to move the ball on the ground like that in the big game, but we will need to check on an injured player. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Howie Rowe will keep an eye on that. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Look out! Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
And that's a really good decision by the quarterback. Don't take the sack. Throw the ball away. Now, listen, we can debate whether that was intentional grounding or not because he's still in the pocket. I'm not sure that that's not classified as grounding, but they didn't call it. So, you know what? Nice throwaway, QB.
Makes the grab. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1.
One of the things I love about this team.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. The give on 4th down. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Hey, man, 4th and 1 at any part of the field is risky to go for, especially when you're in your own end of the field. But they did. It was a good play call. I like them being aggressive, especially after getting that first down.
Keeps it himself. He'll do it himself. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. They'll move the tight end. Trying to get the corner. Doing it himself again. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Positive plays. That's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that, and the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out when no one's accounting for the pitch, man, you'll take that off.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped them.
They punted away on 4th down. All the way back to the 15. You stop him immediately, flying down the field, and get to him before he can even get started. Hits the hole. It's Orr. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. Good work up front to get that first down on the ground, and now they'll go back to work. Raiola makes the grab on the left. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1. 9-yard pickup on 1st down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. They'll ride him again. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. They're all over it, and they got him. Following that last play, we have a Bronco that is slow to get up. Training staff will take a look and will step aside. Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Throwing, Lopez. Rushes on. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Rice. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. Throwing Raiola. Snagged in the middle. It's Marshall.
And on the slant route, I love the location of the throw by the quarterback. He's not making it difficult on his receiver. He's putting the football out in front, hitting his receiver right in the face mask and making it easy for him.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. From the gun on 3rd down, Raiola. Looking for a huge play. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB. The Broncos will punt this one away. That leg is staying loose. Already the 5th kick of the night. On the return. He's brought down, and he looked for... Rice makes its way onto the field to get things going on offense. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. Grabbed behind the line, it's Clark. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And he couldn't find any room to breathe. What a great job on the run fits by this defense. They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Pulls it again on the option. Nice tackle there. This free safety coming in like a heat-seeking missile and stopping him a yard short of the 1st down. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Catch is made at the 15. He'll get it to about the 20. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Here's Raiola to throw. He's got him in the flat. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Looking for a man. It's Raiola. Under pressure. Makes the grab. He's stopped, and he's got enough to move the chain. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line.
every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a third down and short. He'll try to get to the marker himself. Man, what a surge by this defense. I think he's going to be a little bit short of the first down. And the Broncos line up to punt it away. Able to keep them from getting a return. Mark it right around the 20. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. To the back. Breaks the tackle. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Holds on, it's Matthews. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Rice rushes to the line.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
And that's not what this defense was hoping for, man. They got to find a way to get the ball back to their offense. They've already dug themselves a hole, and now 3 plays, 3 first downs. Man, they've got to find some answers. Got to get some pressure on the QB. Find a way to force a turnover or 2 to get back in this football game.
Timeout taken by the offense is their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Second down, going to throw it. Oh, pressure's coming. He's sacked. This defense all over him. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Rush right in his face. They got him. Great pressure on this defense. And now the Broncos call their first of 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. The punt goes out of bounds and a nice... Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. Let's start with the USC Trojans in their matchup against the number 2 team, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. And it's the Trojans in one of those old-school fight-in-a-phone-booth games. Neither team has been able to break out offensively, but it feels like the one that does will come away today with a signature win. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now over to your game inside Waldo Stadium. So far today, the most dominant player on the field has been that DB. Pass breakups, shutting down one side of the field. He's been a one-man wrecking crew, and he's played a big part in this halftime lead. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Waldo Stadium.
The Broncos will line up to kick off and start the second half. From inside is 5. He'll be brought down at the 22. His return is stopped short of the 25. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Knocked down immediately at the line of scrimmage.
One of the things I like about this defense is their DBs are not afraid to put their face in the fan and go tackle. You saw it that time with the cornerback making a great play, tackling the quarterback on the option for a big loss.
Fires quickly. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
He breaks a tackle. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Left side is full. Turns it on in midfield. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down.
Just really solid play by this offense. Nice job. Whatever the defense gives you the option, they're trying to make you wrong. The problem is, defensively, you got so much to cover. Nice chunk gain. Just remember, that quarterback can also stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, and make plays too.
He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
The offenses should focus on their guys and making sure so-and-so guys get so-and-so touches. And, you know, listen, they're featuring this guy. They're going to throw it to him. He's going to be the primary target on a lot of times. I can't be reckless, but I definitely have to find my way to get that guy the ball.
They make the stop inside the 25, working closer to that red zone, a gain of 6. Line of scrimmage will be the 24. Send the tight end in motion. Give to the running back. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. The Owls looking to convert on 4th down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Touchdown, Rice. And they take it in for 6 more points. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. How about the renaissance of the tight ends? Inline, flexed out, split out. They can do a little bit of everything.
They really can, and they're asked to block a lot of the times too. But I tell you what, all the wide receivers out wide, the fancy toys, the fancy spread, bit of everything, and then you reward the big fella throwing the ball, and he catches, so he really can do a little bit of everything in an offense.
And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. They march 78 yards down the field, and they finish things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. And the Broncos come to the line in the hurry up.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Looking for the edge. It's Orr. Turning it on. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. Throwing right. It's incomplete.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
The Owls offense comes out ready to go to work. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this thing that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
That's the way to start a drive, and now they'll try to follow up on 1st and 10. Running inside. It's Warren. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That is the senior offensive lineman who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on his condition. They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. And he stopped right there. No gain on the play.
Maybe that stop shows this defense is tightening up, especially in the run game. The offense, frankly, they've been able to do whatever they want to do. They're just handing the ball off. This guy's having success left and right. No, sir. No mas. Get it together.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative, and that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Looking for the edge. He'll toss it. Fighting off the defender. Knocked out of bounds and sticking with that running game as they get deeper in the red zone. Rice hoping to cash one in from the red zone. Pulls it. Leaves it with the back. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the 1st.
And the offense on that option play, they're just thinking we're going to use our speed to our advantage, and we're just going to outflank you easily and pick up this 1st down on 3rd and short. But how about the defense? Everybody's staying home. You saw the speed and their ability to get outside and get a stop, now setting up 4th down.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. Here's Raiola to throw. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this drive. Dropping back, it's Raiola. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. 3rd and long right here. The ride. And he swallowed up immediately, stopped right at the line of scrimmage. The Broncos will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Hauls it in at the 25. The solid return there offsets this offense nicely. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. Straight ahead, it's Warren. Spins away from the defense.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Falk. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a 1st down.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you even start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Tight end now in motion. Using his legs, it's Warren. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. And boy, that has been rare in this one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The fake wants to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Warren. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple.
The linebacker was not fooled at all. He read his keys. He saw the running back release out of the backfield. He's got some speed and wheels himself to run with him. And yeah, the running back made the catch, but he went right down to the ground. Really nice job that time by the linebacker.
He gets awfully close to the 1st down, but I think he's going to be just a hair short.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of 1st downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get...
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Can't hold on in the face of the contact. After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27. And the Broncos come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Right around the halfway point of the season, neither of these squads that we've watched today rank, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. They're in the gun. Here's Dylan Raiola. They get to him as he throws. Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Raiola to throw for it on 4th. Can't make the connection, and
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That 4th down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on down.
This offense is in no hurry, right? Control the clock is priority number 1. I'm going to run the football. I got the lead. I already got great field position, but I'm not interested in scoring right away. I got to make sure I watch that play clock tick down, maximize those seconds, and keep being physical with the run game.
Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there.
Well, obviously a really nice play by the defense there stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing game. It's in the run game with the option, too.
And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. He splits the uprights, and that will extend their lead even further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak. He keeps doing stuff like that, I'll keep trotting him out there.
On the move from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Caught on the RPO. Crosses the 30. He's got away. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, his coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
The Broncos come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Raiola. Complete.
And the slant is really a difficult route to defend against if you're a DB in man coverage, especially when you have no help on the inside. So if you're the offense and you continue seeing that coverage, you might as well keep attacking it just like that.
They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. Keeps it himself. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He will be stopped, and they'll turn it over on downs.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down play.
Gives it. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
He'll move it ahead and a good productive play on the ground.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
And it's difficult to contain athletic quarterbacks, but, man, when everybody plays their assignment, it's a beautiful thing. I understand I got to take away this. I got to keep my eyes on the quarterback, make sure he doesn't pull that football. They weren't fooled, and the quarterback had nowhere to go with the football.
On the option. Pulls it and runs it again. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he's tackled, brought down at the 19. They're into the red zone with another first down.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll run it. Smashes ahead. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. Following that last play, we have a Bronco that is slow to get up. Let's see if Rice can get it in on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Owls! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the... They tack on a little extra here in the 4th and just about set to break this long losing streak.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Western Michigan ready to get things going right now on offense. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Motion from the wide receiver. Throwing Raiola. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They're in the gun. Here's Dylan Raiola. Finds his tight end. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. Holds and fires complete to the right. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. Some misdirection with the counter. Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one. We will certainly need one here. On the play fake, Dylan Raiola. Here comes the heat. And he gets it away.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Here's Raiola to throw. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down. And the Broncos send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. They call it a coffin corner kick. Puts that thing out of bounds right around the goal line.
And that is why this punter is such a big weapon. He can completely flip the field. He's got a cannon for a leg. That was a moonshot. They were able to get downfield, and now this offense, they've got a lot of work to do if they're going to score.
And he's brought down after a short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Gets the back moving. Trying to move them on the counter. They'll get him stopped at the 18, and this offense creates a little space with the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Not a lot of drama in this one as they just get punched in the face and lose by double figures.
Not a lot of drama, but there is a lot to fix. On offense, on defense, on special teams. This team, David, they've got a lot to figure out.
Yeah, but you know what, Jesse? The coaches are going to be in a great mood. The bus rides, the plane rides, those will all be real fun. Practice this week,
it's going to be a blast.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. We've got a game in Kalamazoo, Michigan, Waldo Stadium. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. It's the Central Michigan Chippewas and the Western Michigan Broncos. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Checking in with the Western Michigan head coach before the game, he told me that the passing game is crucial today. Their quarterback is very experienced and a highly recruited player. Their running back, he is young and
Off-play action on first down. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And this has been a struggle for this offense, protecting their quarterback. It's priorities mission number one, right? Every single game you go into. Last week, I think a lot of the reason they lost was because they gave up so many sacks and hits on their quarterback.
The Chippewas trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Hits inside, it's Moore. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Throws for the tight end. And the big deflection on third down forces a fourth down. After the incomplete pass, there is a player still down, and they'll come out to check on him. Training staff checking out this junior defensive tackle. We hope this is not serious, and he gets back in the fray shortly. And the Chippewas will send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. They'll get down and put a stop to this. The Chippewas offense makes its way out to start the drive. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Hauls it in.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Jukes his way for more. Oh, he's got some space. Slides past the sticks, and he converts on second and long. Great awareness on the scramble.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for the season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big gain. He does it again. He's got...
Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
We've already seen the gifts he has, man. You've seen him dance. You've seen him rush, like really good speed. That's what we talked about coming to this football game, trying to get some negative plays. A better job by the defense there, being aggressive, getting to him, and getting the sack on that play.
That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. Quarterback just couldn't quite find the range on the last play. It's third down. Looking for a gap. It's Moore. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be fourth down. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. That is no good. kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal.
Here comes the Broncos offense to start the drive. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line. Here's Raiola to throw. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Play action, Dylan Raiola. Looking to the big tight end. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be fourth down. The Broncos decide to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. On the return. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. Central Michigan has it back. Let's see what the Chippewas can do on offense. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
From the gun, it's Moore. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Fires to the right. With the catch, it's Little. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup. The Chippewas will have it 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. It's Moore. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They give it to him again. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and fortunately ended up losing yards.
3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here, just don't take a negative play. They want to throw it. Back's got it on the screen. That was an important stop there as they try to hold them to a field goal on this drive. So the 3rd down screen just gets torn apart, and they'll get nothing.
And I get it. I get a screen on 3rd down. You're expecting pressure, try to run the screen right behind it, but the defense did a really good job. You could tell they saw it, made a great individual play, breaking on the football, getting the running back on the ground.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. Long way to go on 2nd down. Quarterback keep. But nowhere to go. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. They're in the gun. Here's Dylan Raiola. Unloads to the right. Makes a connection. Such a big part to convert these 3rd downs, and they've got it at the 42. Wide receiver going in motion. The play fake. Raiola. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Raiola. Quickly to the tight end. 7-yard pickup on that one. Third down and 3 coming. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on third and short from the 49. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down. And the Broncos will call on their punt team. Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. He'll do it himself. Pickup of 5 is now second and 5.
Really nice job by the defense that time, stopping the option. Everyone accounted for. You saw the quarterback. He was holding it. He was running wider and wider out to the perimeter of the field. But this defense has really good speed. But they made that play because everybody was on the same page. Nice job.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. The run inside. It's Moore. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be second and long. Split backs here. Might as well run him again. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
We've come to the end of the quarter, guys, and Central Michigan has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And anytime you hit the quarterback, man, you make him think, you speed up the processor a little bit, and that's the third on the day. This is a unit, actually, that does a good job of that. They're in the top 25 in the country at getting the quarterback on the ground.
Making his first move. Very little will make a... Their feet on that one. Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Caught in the backfield, it's Barnett. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now second and 1. The Broncos in a good spot here with second and short. Throwing Raiola. Caught. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Back to throw, it's Raiola.
Quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the court.
This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Incomplete, and they got a hand on that one early. Second and long here. follows his blocks. It's Orr. He's there to make the stop. Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. Good, right down the boulevard. And after the 3-spot guys, we're all tied up. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody. Central Michigan takes over, and we'll get another look at this offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. They'll move the wide receiver. Gets it across the 25. He'll step out of the 26 as this offense tries to grind out some yardage.
And listen, they didn't get the huge play off of that, but I love the ability to show that and be able to show plays off of that jet motion and just show them you're willing to complete it. But, you know, get those little chunks at a time. It doesn't have to always be a home run. That's still a successful play.
He'll have the 1st down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stopped.
Been really impressed watching this offense this year and how good they are on 3rd down. The reason they're so efficient, they don't have penalties, they keep these 3rd downs manageable, and they've got a special talent at running back that can find his way to the sticks.
Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Kept it on the ground, now they'll throw. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Trying to take it back. They're able to put a stop to that return. Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. Here's Raiola to throw. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Quick give. It's Orr. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33. 3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. They're in the gun. Here's Dylan Raiola. Finds his back in the middle. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. And the Broncos will punt it away on 4th down. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. And the punt hits at the 8. The touchback. The Central Michigan offense takes the field to go to work. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Moore. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21.
Well, this defense knew coming into this one, if they could stop the run, it was going to be really, really hard on the offense. And I just love the tenacity they're playing with right now. This front seven are flying around, getting to the ball carrier. This running back has had nowhere to go today.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Trying to escape and get it himself. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's 3rd down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin and his heart, lowering the shoulder to get the 1st down on 3rd down.
Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
I like this guy as a running back because he could run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
And the Chippewas really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the 2nd quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger because it's obvious. These offensive line, they can...
They drag him down, and good coverage that time by the special team. Makes the quick grab. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it. Play action with Raiola. Finds his big tight end. Could not make his way to the corner. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. They're in the gun. Here's Dylan Raiola. Turns it upfield. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Motion from the wideout. Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the 1st half. Long way to go on 2nd down. Here's Raiola to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Broncos getting set on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Raiola. Lets it fly. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, only a place to be tackled immediately. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, 2nd down coming. Again, it's Raiola. Right down the middle. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Never really got that return.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover 1, man coverage. And did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage. You jam them. And it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process. And that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT.
They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10. The Chippewas headed quickly to the line.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Man, oh man, I don't know where to put the blame, but I know where to put the praise. And that's this defense, man. They've got 6 sacks. It's still the first half, ladies and gentlemen. So there's a lot of football game left. But this QB's still in the game. He's not going to be for long if the offensive line doesn't protect him better and he doesn't make some quicker decisions.
They're facing a 3rd down. The give to the back. And they'll stop him short of the 1st down, and they've got a timeout if they want to try to get the ball back before halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, kind of the unofficial halfway point of the season. Week 8 and another exciting update from the EA Sports Desk. We begin with the Texas A&M Aggies taking on the Ole Miss Rebels. And it's Texas A&M in front on the scoreboard and atop their conference standings. And it's hardly too early to dream big. This team is closing in on an 8-0 start. Could be a special season. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now over to your game inside Waldo Stadium. This defense has set the tone through 2 quarters of football. They've drawn a line in the sand, and they've held it. It's why they'll take a lead into the second half, and it could be why they come away with a big victory. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the Broncos will kick it off to start the second half. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. He'll be stopped short of it. The Chippewas offense makes its way out to start the drive. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Second and long here. Running inside. It's Moore. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks. That's just ridiculous.
They boot it away. For space. Everybody stays in their lanes. Western Michigan ready to get things going right now on offense. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Here's Lopez to throw. Right side, it's Orr. Finds his way up just short of the 40 to the 39-yard line before he goes out of bounds. He'll try to get to the marker himself. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down. The Broncos come to the line with a new set of downs. Lopez to pass. Firing to the right, complete. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a first down.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
And the Broncos with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Third down, and they need 15 after 2 negative plays. Look out! Out wide right, it's Marshall. So he was forced to just take what the defense gave him, and they were able to stop him short of the first down.
And when you're a defense and you get 3rd and long and you know exactly where those sticks are, you set your feet at them, they throw it underneath, I go rally.
Central Michigan has it back. Let's see what the Chippewas can do on offense. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Breaks into the open. Slides to the ground, picks up the first down, and avoids the hit.
That boy fast. Goodness gracious. When he pulls the ball down, he can go chew up yards so quick, just like a running back. Man, the speed is evident on that QB.
And you know, everybody likes to call him dual threat. I'd say just plain old threat. He is a problem.
Yeah, and you're putting, at a younger age, you're putting your quarterback now, the best athlete on the field at the quarterback spot, so he can go make plays. And he's used to playing quarterback and throwing the ball and been doing it his whole life.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Looking for space. It's Moore. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions with his zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
And the Chippewas will try to pin them back with the punt. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Trying to get started. He's got great speed. Well, they finally stop on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Wide receiver comes in motion. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield, it's Barnett. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. From the gun, 3rd down, Gio Lopez. Quickly out to the tight end. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Lopez. Got a man. It's Orr. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. Lopez to the air again. Nearly intercepted. 3rd and long coming up. Wants to throw again. They're all over him. Fires to the big fella. Stopped right at the 42-yard line as this defense forces a 4th down. The Broncos will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll look to pin him deep. How about this? It's out of bounds. They're going to mark. Right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there.
Dude, how about that boom? I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
Pushes his way for a couple and gets it to the 7-yard line.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run are high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a 2nd down and long situation.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Straight ahead, it's Moore. He'll be stopped short, and they'll force a 4th down. The Chippewas will punt this one away. He's going to have to strike this ball well in the face of this howling wind. Man, did he find the sweet spot on that one, and just like that, punts them out of trouble. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's brought down, but could on the punt return. Here comes the Broncos offense to start the drive. Man, oh man, these offenses just haven't been able to find any room to get things going, David.
And to quote the great philosopher, Reese Davis, this is very ungood. Just nothing working for this offense, Palmer. They got to find something.
Well, the plays look good against the scout team during the week in practice, but they have just not been able to find a rhythm against this defense today.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Firing for the end zone. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. Kick is in the air. And the punt hits at the 6. And a lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Give to the back. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at 2nd down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on 1st down.
A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the 1st down out to the 30.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Turns upfield. There he goes. The 50. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
And that is picture perfect by this quarterback. Nice job running the option, seeing he's not covered. Nobody's taking him. They didn't play that responsibility, and he chews up yards and makes the huge play.
Right around the halfway point of the season, neither of these squads that we've watched today rank, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. So 1st down will open up the final period. From the gun, the running back has it. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding
and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Miles ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32. 3rd and 6 yards to go. He's looking to throw. They'll run the screen. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And it's good! They take the lead here in the... Following that last play, we have a Bronco that is slow to get up. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. After giving up that field goal, they find themselves trailing and trying to do something about it on this drive. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. On the play fake, Dylan Raiola fires to the wideout. Out wide left, it's Barnett. Breaks free, and he might be gone. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
He's like a pinball with attitude out there, hammering ahead to the 30. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. On play action. Rush is on. Oh, no, the ball popped out. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even at it, you've got to have 2 hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
Central Michigan takes over, and we'll get another look at this offense. So this hasn't been the most prolific day for them, but boy, would they love to take advantage of getting that turnover right here. Wide open on the right. They bring him down, a big gain on the option, and they will challenge your ability to tackle in space.
Well, that's called paying off good field position. You've got the lead here late in the game. You've got the ball back. You're on your opponent's side of the 50, and on your very first play, you break off a long run. This defense right now is playing on their...
Caught, and he's got room. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. And the Chippewas with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. This quarterback part of their running game. On the stop.
And you could tell if the QB wants to run, he's going to be a big part of the game plan. And the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand. And more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end-of-the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a 4th quarter game.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
They'll turn to the read option, looking for the first down. Here's a little room there. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down. And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it quickly to keep that time from running down. He'll keep it again on the option. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
It doesn't matter what run play you have called, if you're running it inside or outside. If the defense gets penetration, everything is done. And you saw it on that play right there. Great job by the dude.
Touchdown, Chips. And they take it in for 6 more points.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive. Conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
And he added the extra point. Fielded in the end end zone, it's Marshall. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. Trying to establish the run. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Raiola. Turns it up. It's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
On back-to-back drives, this offense can't get out of their own way. They fumble again. Man, a lot of times you get fired when you fumble. This is another guy. Like, they're going to have to fire the whole team if they keep this pace going.
How big can this be for this offense, taking advantage of the turnover and starting with the first and goal? Sells the run, looking to pass. Under pressure. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's first and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
Second and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches? Who are my big bodies out wide that I can throw them the football and they can make a play over top of somebody?
Motion from the wide receiver. He'll be stopped right there. They threw it short of the goal line, and now they've got some ground to cover on fourth down. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And now the lead is extended a little further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns.
Deep in the end zone, it's Hughes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. They coughed it up on that last drive, but the defense really bailed them out, holding him to a field goal, Jesse.
Yeah, and I think the offense kind of got away from their identity a little bit on that last drive, David. They got to kind of get back to doing what they do.
Yeah, and hold on to the football. I mean, defense just did their job. Stopped them, held them to a field goal, limited the damage. Now it's time for the offense to get the momentum going again.
Boy, could they use a conversion on third and short from their own 24. Throwing Raiola. Fires on the move. Right side, it's Barnett. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with the first down. Raiola to the air again. Oh, pressure's coming. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Looking downfield, it's Raiola. Working that left side now. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. This defense is trying to protect the lead. You have to make the offense work for it, and a personal foul just gives them yards. Rush right in his face. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone. Again, it's Raiola. Finds his big tight end. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. And the Broncos moving quickly to the line. They're in the gun. Here's Dylan Raiola on third down. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. 4th down, Raiola. Throws to the tight end. Big fella moving. Drag to the ground, but not before. He's converted the 4th down to keep the drive going. Here's Raiola to throw. Going for 6. Touchdown, Western Michigan. Makes the grab inbounds.
What a fantastic route that time. If you're going to be able to throw the ball down in this area of the field where the windows close so quickly, you have got to be precise with the route running, and that's what happened right there. That's an easy connection between the QB and his target for the score.
Ready to try the point after. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. And the coverage team able. The Central Michigan offense takes the field to go to work. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. Second down to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, this quarterback's already taken a couple shots from the pocket, and there's another one right there that affected his accuracy on that throw.
And if you didn't know this was a big play, the crowd is telling you, a huge third down. Here comes the heat.
It's third and long. You know a pass is coming. You worked on it all week. Understand that quarterback's got to be rushed. Get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. Trying to make one miss. He was able to get that ball up to the stopped on the return. Western Michigan ready to get things going right now on offense. And now, deep in the 4th quarter, a chance to go down the field and take the lead in this ball game. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Here's Raiola to throw. Out wide right, it's Marshall. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Obviously didn't like what he saw on first down, and they used a timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Fires to the big fella. Nice move to keep running. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. A shot toward the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that second down incompletion. They'll take the penalty and move them back. Third down is coming. Now a little bit farther to go after the penalty. Raiola got away from trouble and got rid of it. This time he's got his man. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their second. And they can take a moment to try to build a little momentum, get the right play called after picking up the first down. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Plays like that with just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Back's got it on the screen. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. At the line of scrimmage, but they won't snap it here. They're going to use the timeout instead. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. He's got it on the right. Oh, what a catch! And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Western Michigan!
That touchdown ties the game, so you're expecting them just to kick the extra point, take a 1-point lead. Seconds left now. You got to play great defense here to try to ice this game and get the win.
Big extra point coming. It would give them the lead late. And they did need that extra point to take the lead, and now they have it here in the fourth. And that one ought to set us up for quite a finish. On the run from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down right at the... They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. A snap, wants to throw to start this drive. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
With this situation in the game, trailing with not a lot of time left, I understand going to the sideline to try and save clock, but you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. Don't be afraid to use those. You can attack the middle of the field, use the timeouts to save the clock that way.
And this is a tough spot now to be in for this offense because it's 3rd and long. The defense knows you have to pass the football, so they're going to be playing conservative. So what's your play you can dial up? Maybe get half of this back. Like, I know the clock is ticking, but I got to make sure that I maybe cut this down and make it a more manageable 4th down if I don't complete this 3rd and long.
Offense will use a timeout with 28 ticks remaining. Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. Drops back on 1st down. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Timeout called by the offense. 23 seconds remaining in the game. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Look out! And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. They pretty much have to keep the offense on the field, and they'll get right to the line of scrimmage. Last chance coming up. Here's a throw downfield late. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident, David. They were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Michigan, Waldo Stadium. A day full of college football has been great, but there's something special about a Saturday night game. It's the Ball State Cardinals and the Western Michigan Broncos. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Thanks, guys. Checking in with the Broncos head coach before the game. He told me that they are going to rely heavily on their passing attack. That has been a huge part of their scheme, partly because their running back is young and inexperienced. With a highly recruited quarterback, this is part of their scheme they think they can rely on heavily against this defense. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. And the Cardinals will kick off first, and here we go. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the Western Michigan Broncos offense will have the football first. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah.
They'll send the back in motion. Hits inside, it's Orr. Gets a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Keeps it on the option. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Throwing Raiola. They're all over him. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. All right, guys, let's talk a little Western Michigan. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. Looking to throw again. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. Turning it on. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. The Broncos, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Fires left. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. Long way to go on 2nd down. Sends it back in motion. Here's Raiola to throw. Turns up, it's Orr. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. And the Broncos come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. He'll keep it himself. And he'll be hit immediately. No gain on the play. Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. They're in the gun. Here's Dylan Raiola. There were serious revolutions on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Right down the boulevard. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early. Playing at home, they want to get the crowd into it. So you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal. You knock it through the uprights. You've got the lead. Everything right now looking good.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Cardinals offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And you've got to believe this defense has put in
watch it, it's another thing to stop it. And just impressed with the way they move him around. They use him. Sometimes he blocks. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. You're like, sometimes he's a lineman. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. So tough to figure out where he's going to be to double team him. But I bet he's got the attention of this defense, Jesse.
He does for sure, and because of that, David, I think it's going to open up some opportunities for maybe some of the other guys out wide. If you've got two guys covering the tight end as a quarterback, you've got to be ready to throw the football somewhere else sometimes, and so you might see a little bit more balance in the passing attack today.
Spins away from the defender. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
Draws and screens are a great way to slow down really aggressive pass rushers. It allows the defensive ends and the defensive tackles to run upfield. The offensive linemen kind of push them upfield, go down to the next level, try to sneak in a big play.
I think to be a good third down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these third and short situations multiple times throughout the course of the year, but you've got to be able to get push up front, and it helps when you have a talent like that to turn around and hand the football off to.
Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss. Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Atkins. Rush is on. Left side, it's Montgomery. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44.
Hey, man, that's unbelievable. That is a really good job of seeing the blitz right away and getting rid of the football. Like, that is quarterback 101. Understand they're blitzing, they're coming, see it, take advantage of it, get the completion, and move the sticks.
Under pressure. Right side, it's Thacker. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. Second and long here. From the gun, it's Montgomery. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Well, to say that this guy was unblockable in their last game is definitely an understatement. He was living in the opponent's backfield. He does it again very early in this one, David. And I know he was a guy this offensive line and this coaching staff were concerned about. And early on, they don't have an answer.
Intercepted. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum.
Here comes the Broncos offense to start the drive. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. From the gun, the ground game. They got it blocked just enough and a good gain on that run. Line getting set on 2nd down. Right back to the well. He'll be dropped. 3rd and 6 yards to go. They're in the gun. Here's Dylan Raiola. Out wide right, it's Marshall. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. Play action, Dylan Raiola. He's got an open man. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. The Broncos will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. A designed run for the quarterback. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Broncos!
Creating making some big plays. Palmer, this offense feels like right now early in this football game that they're in control, that they know what they want to do, and the defense is reeling a little bit.
Yeah, the defense needs a stop bad the next time they come out. They've got to go back. They've got to get on the iPads. They got to take a look at what this offense is doing to attack them, because they do look like they're on their heels right now. Obviously giving up a field goal early, but now a touchdown. The next time they take the field, they absolutely need a stop.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line. The Cardinals offense headed out to go to work. They've spotted them a 10-0 start now to see if they can answer on this drive. A safe call on the wide receiver screen. At the 40, there he goes. Turning on the Jets. He's at the 20. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Ball State. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. On the move from inside his 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Oh, he's got some space. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
That's a bang-bang type play. RPO in and out of the hands of the QB quickly. Just get it into the hands of your playmaker as fast as possible and let him do the rest. When you've got this guy's athleticism, man, that is such a great design on offense, and it comes up big.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Handoff from the gun. Powers through the defender. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3. Trying to convert the third down. Here's Raiola. Reels it in. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. And the Broncos are moving quickly down the field. Here's Raiola to throw. Fires to the tight end. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. Last completion picked up a couple. Here comes 2nd and 8. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. Raiola to the air again. Setting up the screen. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. Well, they've already made one. The holder will put it down at the 38 for a 48-yard attempt. Smashes it between the uprights. The lead is 6 in the first. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the... So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll run it on the counter. Breaks into the open. Got enough for the first down. The 50. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
The Cardinals just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Right back to the well. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and we are done in the first quarter. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. Right side, it's Young. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
And the Cardinals with the 1st and 10. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at 35.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
3rd and long right here. Oh, pressure's coming. Got the back over the middle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the offense accepts the roughing the passer penalty, and they get a new set of downs. So the quarterback stood in there and took that hit, and it pays off with a roughing the passer penalty and a first down. The run inside. It's Montgomery. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line... by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front, establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit from the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. The lead is down to a field goal. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play call.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, Dave.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Raiola. Flip it out to the back on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Punt is on its way. Gonna field this one in tight quarters. The Ball State offense ready to start this drive. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field.
Runs through a man. He might have some space. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Can hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down. After the incomplete pass, there is a player down on the field. That is the senior offensive lineman who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on his condition. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Sets his feet. It's Atkins. Rush right in his face. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And now it's kind of decision time for this offense. It's been a great start to the football game. Moving the ball down the field, scoring 10 points on the first 2 possessions. Do you want the field goal to still be a 2-possession game? Or do you want to be aggressive here, try to go for it on 4th down, and maybe break this game open early?
And he is knocked down. Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Maybe picked up a couple as he gets it to the 14. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Throwing Raiola. Here comes the heat. He's got it down the middle. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly. Now the defense will try to rise up on 3rd and short from the 21. Pulls and fired complete. There he goes. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a 1st down for this offense. The Broncos come to the line with a new set of downs. Gets the back moving. Looking for room. It's Orr. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. From the gun, running back on the move. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play. They need a huge play on 3rd and long. They're in the gun. Here's Dylan Raiola. And he gets it away. And the Broncos send out the punt unit. That last punt basically flipped the field. They'd like to do it again. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 6. Ball State takes over the football, and the Cardinal offense headed out. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Looking to pass. It's Atkins. Caught. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Caught in the backfield. It's Durham. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man, just he catches the football and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Long way to go on second down. From the gun. Going for the big play. Makes the grab along the left sideline for the huge gain.
And that's how you flip the field really quickly. Go from being on your side of the field, creating the explosive play, getting some momentum for this offense, and getting towards scoring position.
Quick give. It's Montgomery. And he is showing it all and finding ways to pick up yards. He's down to the 28. The Cardinals with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll run him again. He stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
And the Cardinals kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Breaks through. It's Montgomery. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Horton. Touchdown Cardinals. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards, and they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. After that kickoff, the medical staff is out there to tend to the injured player. Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. Headed for the corner, it's Orr. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. In the backfield, it's Barnett. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Ball spotted at the 29. Here they come on 3rd and short. Motion from the back. The play fake, Raiola. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. The Broncos line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Not a lot of room to field this one. and he's going to get it up to about the 29. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. On the ground with the counter. Worked his way ahead for a pickup of about 6 yards on the play. Clock stopped. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. And now on second down for this offense. To throw, it's Atkins. Look out! Fires on the run. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion.
And, man, if you want to make big plays down the field, that's how it's done. It starts up front with the offensive line, and he had so much time to go through his progressions and then go through it again, man. So much time in the pocket. He delivers the big play down the field. Kudos to that offensive line right there.
Makes the catch. It's Thacker. He picks up the first down, brought down, but not before he put that dude in a blender.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the second quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
Pulls it. Now the toss. Turning it on. He's wrestled to the ground. They ran the option beautifully, and they pick up the first down.
This quarterback is making outstanding decisions so far in this game, and you've already seen it throwing the football. The guy already has over 200 yards passing, but he's doing it in the running game as well. Really good decision that time. Seeing nobody accounting for the...
Touchdown, Cardinals! And they take it in for 6 more points.
You know, there are so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
And let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll go to the counter. Sweet cut there. Still on his feet at the 45. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. Set up for the first down play, and they're going to call a timeout and talk it over instead. Going to take a shot. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Oh, he had it right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. That pass is incomplete. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. They're all over it. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball. And the Broncos will call on their punt team. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. And they can't get on top of it. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Scanning the field, it's Atkins. Out.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, week 9, kind of a week where we separate the pretenders from the contenders here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with the Texas A&M Aggies in their matchup against the number 12 team, the Georgia Bulldogs. And it's the Aggies with a gritty victory away from home. This team prepared well all week, and they'll enjoy the fruits of their labor. They now move to 9-0 on the season, one of the best starts in the history of the program. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now over to your game inside Waldo Stadium. This team is on top right now thanks in large part to the play of that burner on the outside. It's like he has glue on his hands, catching every ball that comes his way, and he's helped build this halftime advantage.
The Broncos will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right. Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. At the 35, he's loose. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys, and get him on the ground, for goodness sakes. This guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chains.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
He's down right there. Short gain on the grab. Second and long here. Out wide left, it's Thacker. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's third and short. Now on the move. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. Dead center perfect. And that lead grows even bigger.
How nice is it like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut them out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Western Michigan ready to get things going right now on offense. Their first possession of this third quarter, still trailing. Defense did just force a field goal, and we'll see if they can grab some momentum with this drive. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few. And the Broncos in the hurry-up. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Running inside. It's Orr. Brought down. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Back's got it on the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. The Broncos will line up to punt it away. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Looks it in. Makes a move. That nifty return sets. offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. The Cardinals offense headed out to go to work. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed. And if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Quickly to the flat in the wide receiver screen. On the move at the 30. Flying down the right side. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Ball State. They've extended the lead. Week 9.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle and he would have hit that thing. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Here comes the Broncos offense to start the drive. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Right at the line. Oh, he's got some space. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. And the Broncos have it with a 1st and 10. Play action with Raiola. Fires to the middle. It's dropped after taking the hit. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Here's Raiola to throw. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play. 3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. They're in the gun. Here's Dylan Raiola. It's complete to the left. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. Making the adjustment on the play. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. He's stopped in the backfield again, and this just hasn't been his night. It's been more like a nightmare. To the air, it's Raiola. Rushes on. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
College football becomes more and more every year. More nickel, more dime packages, more speed on the field. So no matter what you do, I got a guy that can go chase down your quarterback in any situation, and you can see it right there. DB came flying in there, gets the first sack of the game.
And we might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. On the play fake, Dylan Raiola. Going over the top. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. They kick it away on 4th down. Not a lot of room to make this catch. They drag him down by the special team. The Ball State offense ready to start this drive. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
They're going to ride this running back. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Left side, it's Thacker. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. The Cardinals come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Looking to throw, it's Atkins. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
And that's what the offense wants. They want to see you in man coverage, and they want to throw those slants, use those wide receivers and their big bodies to catch the football. Elite coverage. Great job being glued to your guy and being physical when he caught it. When he catches the football, I've got to immediately impact him so he can't catch it. That's how it's done.
The Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Solid run, picks up 6 and gets it to the 28. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Straight ahead, it's Orr. Looking for a crease. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Offside, defense.
They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. Offense trying to keep them off balance on 1st and 10. Play action, Dylan Raiola. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the 2nd half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
He's stopped again, and he's had a busy night, if not necessarily a productive one so far. Raiola from the gun on 3rd down. Finds his target down the middle. They make the tackle, and it's short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. Punt is on its way. And the punt hits at the 6. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Hits inside. It's Horton. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Might as well run him again. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. Drives inside. Breaks into the open. So important to convert these 3rd downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42.
And that's a great sign for this offense, because this year we know there's been a little bit of inconsistency, and I think the biggest problem has been 3rd down. Right there, nice job executing, running the ball, picking up the 1st, and keeping this drive alive.
They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Had to force that one.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
One final play before the end of the quarter. Selling the fake. He's got the tight end. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Out wide left, it's Thacker. Could not make his way to the corner.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
Unloads to the wideout. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs...
Makes the grab in their space. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
And that's what defense is all about. Understanding the situation. It's third and long. I'm going to drop back. I'm going to make him throw that ball underneath to the running back and then do my job. Go corral, tackle him, and force the fourth down.
Good right down the boulevard. And now the lead is even bigger. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. Caught behind the line. It's Orr. They've got him now. He almost picked up that first down on the screen. The Broncos come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Got it in the middle. It's Barnett. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Here's Raiola to throw. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. There he goes. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
On the ground, it's Horton. Nowhere to go.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking downfield, it's Atkins. Just gets rid of that one.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions. From go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
They knock him down right at the 20-yard line. Not enough for the first down, but maybe they'll keep the offense on the field. This field goal unit getting some serious run. They've already been out there 3 times. The kicker will try it again. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they're able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would have liked to have seen the offense do an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can get it.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Here's Gio Lopez to throw. got his man out of the backfield. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. Motion from the wideout. From the gun, it's Orr. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. 3rd and long coming up. He's looking to throw. They'll run the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. And the Broncos will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. Make the tackle. Ball State takes over the football, and the Cardinal offense headed out. Takes the handoff. It's Horton. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
To the air. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Under pressure. Got his man. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down.
Right there, I think you need a better play call. You got to help your quarterback out a little bit because the throw has got to at least make it to the sticks. On that last play, you're basically trusting the guy to make a few dudes miss in order to go pick up that 1st down. I think you need to start being a bit more aggressive here when these 3rd downs present themselves.
Good job by the coverage unit. Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. Finds his man. It's Marshall.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Here's Lopez to throw. Keeping his eyes downfield. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Nowhere to go. Same song, 2nd verse, as this defense is ready for this guy. They give it to him again. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. The run inside. It's Thompson. Pushes ahead for 1. It's 2nd and 9. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Throwing, Lopez. Caught in the backfield, it's Thompson. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it. Looking for a big play. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the tremendous field position.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the fourth quarter, getting your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking like they're going to be able to seal this game.
They make the stop, and they had to work for it. A nice little juke, and he'll have 7 on that one. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. They were all over it.
Really nice job by this defense. First down was not successful. They get the 2nd and short, and those are the downs where they can be really aggressive on offense and take advantage. So you kind of don't know how to play it, but they did a good job playing the run, protecting themselves against the pass, and now forcing a 3rd down.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Listen, I love when my quarterback gets outside the pocket. I got an opportunity to make a huge play. But when it's not there, now I want him to make the simple play. Throw it away. Don't take the sack. Don't take the loss of yards plays.
And the Cardinals decide to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Searching for space. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. Him right there. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. The option, the keeper. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8. Long way to go on 2nd down. Pulls it and runs it again. Makes a man miss. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. The Broncos come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Finds his tight end. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. Well, some might think this head coach has a tough locker room speech after this one. I would suggest that he starts with, "That's just bad."
Bad, or as Reese Davis would say, ungood. Just very ungood performance. Flush this one down the toilet, move on. It's not your best day. You lost in ugly fashion, to be honest, but better days ahead.
Now, I think a lot of this has to come on the shoulders of the players. They need to be able to realize they just didn't do enough. So they've got to turn the page. They've got to go back to work, have a great week of practice, and put out a better effort next week.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.